Hello there, this is Azimah, and today I'm going to give you a spelling test. The goal is to help you recognize whether you're using American English spelling, British English spelling, or a combination of both. Think about those instances when you're creating a report, writing an article, or if you're a student, working on an assignment. Now, have you ever noticed how Microsoft Word tends to favor American spelling over British English? For instance, it might suggest program program instead of programme. So if your organization or institution prefers British English spelling, be especially vigilant. You can try adjusting the proofing language setting to British English in Microsoft Word. Without further ado, let's begin our spelling journey. Funnily enough, the first word is program. So in British English, the word is typically spelled as programme, although program is often used in computing contexts. Now let's take a look at this example. I am watching a television program, programme. That's right. And if you're talking about a piece of software program, you can say he installed a new software program, program, on his computer. Now, for American English, the preferred spelling is program. So program for both the noun and verb forms. I'm attending a coding program. That's a noun. She will program the robot to perform specific tasks. That's a verb. program. Which one do you prefer and which one do you often use? On to our second pair of words. This word means directing a great deal of attention, interest, or activity towards a particular aim. She remained FOCUSED or FOCUSSED on her work all night, determined to meet the deadline. She remained focused. That's the word. Which one do you use? If you spell it with one S, that's American English. With double S, that's British English. That's right. How are you guys doing? Our next word is enroll. It means to officially register as a member of an institution or a student on a course. She decided to ENROLL or ENROL in the course to improve her speaking skills, to improve her English speaking skills. So, what do you think? Now, if you spell it with two L's, that's American English. With one L, that's right, British English. So, that one is slightly shorter by just one letter, though, for British English, compared to, let's go back to our previous slide, focused, double S, that's British English. Strange, isn't it? Okay. Moving on to this word, colorful. I think you guys know the answer. Colorful to mean having much or varied color, bright. For example, the art project was a vibrant display of colorful drawings and paintings. How do you spell that word? I think you guys know, but which one do you prefer? If you choose COLORFUL, that is American English spelling. And if you spell it like this, COLOURFUL, that's British English. So an extra letter there for British English. Let's move on. Practice. This is my favorite word because it confuses me even now. I still have to check and pause and wonder. It's not yet automatic for me, so I don't know about you. Let us know. Right. So if it is PRACTISE, this word practice, you spell it with an S. That's British English. And if you spell it with C, that's American English. However, in British English, practice with a C is primarily used as a noun, while practice with an S is used as the corresponding verb form. That's right, that's why it's slightly confusing. So, for example, he runs a medical practice in Kuala Lumpur. Medical practice, I'm talking about that word being a noun. So, we use the C, Practice. But when it's a verb in British English, she needs to practice. So Tise, she needs to practice her guitar skills for the concert. That's a verb. So we use the Tise form. So it's easier, isn't it, if we choose the American spelling, because Practice is used as both a noun and a verb. She goes to basketball practice every evening. And as a verb, he needs to practice his presentation before the meeting. Wow. So much easier if you choose American English in this example. Okay. Defense. How do you spell this word? It means the act of protecting something or somebody against an attack. So in British English, you spell it with a C, Defence. As a noun, the human body has natural defense mechanisms to protect it against disease. As an adjective, our goal is to give shelter for the defenseless children. Defenceless. So we're talking about children who have no shelter, no protection. Okay. In American English, they spell it like this, Defense. Let's take a look at an example of a sentence where the word is used as a noun. The army built a strong line of defense along the border. As an adjective, I felt defenseless in argument. Defenseless. All right. Okay, let's move on to our next set of words. Utilized. Right. Utilized. That would be the British spelling with an S. What it means is it makes practical and effective use of something. Utilized. That's the American spelling. So the team utilized various research methods to gather data for their study. Which one do you prefer? F or Z? So this relates to this next word, emphasize. Well, in a way, it relates in terms of spelling. I think you can guess now which one is the British spelling and which one's the American spelling. So emphasize means to give special importance, attention, or prominence to something, to stress or highlight a particular point or aspect. The teacher asked the students to emphasize the key points in their presentations to ensure a clear and impactful delivery. So, as you can guess, British spelling prefers the SISE, so it's with an S, and American spelling prefers the SIZE spelling, emphasize. All right, now this word is also quite confusing, license. Let's take a look at this word, explore it a little bit more. So in British English, LICENCE is used as a noun, and license with an S is used as a verb, LICENSE. So there we go. The difference between a noun and a verb is in the spelling. So he applied for a driver's license. That would be with a C because that's a noun. And then as a verb, the local council has decided to license the street food vendors to ensure food safety standards are met. And in American English, license, license, is used as both a noun and a verb. So, noun, I need to renew my driver's license. As a verb, the government will license the new software for public use after rigorous testing. All right. On to our last pair. Learned or learnt. Learned or Learnt. Now let's take a look at Learned. So in American English, that is the preferred way of spelling this word. It is used as a past tense and a past participle of the verb learn. So she learned a new language in just a few months. In British English, learnt, Learnt, is the preferred spelling for the past tense and past participle of learn. She learnt a new language in just a few months. She learnt with a T there, with a T. Take note, however, that learned, with two syllables there, is the only correct form to use when using the word as an adjective. So learned usually appears before a noun. For example, the learned professor. So professor is a noun. I'm describing him. He's very knowledgeable. So I would use the learned professor, had a deep understanding of the subject matter. There we go. How did you do? Tell me. And if you feel that, oh, I need to do a bit more work, wow. Well, there you go. Hope this test tells you that you do need to be aware and more conscious of the spelling differences and try to work on being consistent, because consistency is the name of the game. So avoid mixing American and British English spellings, especially if you're writing, for example, in one document, one paragraph. Keep it to one style of spelling, American or British English spelling. So you don't want to mix that up. Okay, if you haven't yet subscribed to our email list, go to myenglishmatters.com to join our email community, because once you do, you'll receive more English and communication tips in your inbox, along with updates about our courses and our programs. All right, so with that, thank you very much for joining in. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye, everybody.